I have been here forever. I don't even know how many years.
Attending the Canton Fair for 40 years.
It's our first time here, and we are here to export our project of innovation and quality in this huge market.
Hello and welcome to the Canton Fair. This is my very first time here, and there's no getting away from the sheer enormity of this space. Over the next coming weeks, more than 25,000 companies will man more than 60,000 stores. And over the past 61 years, the Canton Fair has grown to become what it is today, one of the largest of its kind in the world, which last year saw a turnover of over 60 billion US dollars. This is XinhuaSpecial, and I'm Helen Bentley. I covered the Boao Forum for Asia in Hainan, where President Xi Jinping announced that China will enter a new phase of opening up. Xi's vision for the coming years is that the investment landscape will become more green and pleasant for all. IPR will be vigorously defended, and the doors to the country will be thrown wider to meet the ever-growing demand for imported goods. So what is China like as an investment destination? Perhaps some of the people here at the Canton Fair can shed some light on just that.
Based on the sales just here on the Canton Fair, we're actually expanding. So we are planning to expand a factory or open a new factory here in China just for the Chinese market and probably some for the foreign markets.
We'd like to be able to sell into the Chinese market through a joint venture in southern China.
First of all, it's a huge market, and then obviously Chinese people are really curious.
They are so curious about new things, new technology, and so I think it could be the right place for the right relationships, collaboration, and the future.
Now that we're talking about Chinese people having higher income level than perhaps 10 years ago, the only thing we need to do is we need to match the expectation of the Chinese people in terms of quality.
Last year, consumption accounted for 58% of GDP growth, and China has a real desire to increase imports, as well as to achieve a greater balance of international payments under the current account. And this was something that was underscored by Xi Jinping at the Boao Forum last week. In addition, Xi also said that China does not seek a trade surplus, so that means more opportunities rather than challenges for international and domestic companies.
In Chinese company, for example, we will be like partner. Not only we are exportation from my country and they import, not like that. We will be like partner, make success together, make something together. Because of their success, our success.
We're learning from the Chinese as much as they may or may not have been learning from us.
发挥自己的优势，来寻找自己的市场，做一些差异化竞争。现在毕竟也是一个合作共赢的一个时代嘛，我们会充分利用这次共赢的机会，寻求更多的商机。
Opening up is about more than just the exchange of goods, but also ideas. And that's why China's announced that it will better protect intellectual property rights. So expect a more competitive and innovative China.
That's very important that there are very good policy about protection for the artist and designer. If not, the creative people leave the country.
Yeah. Chinese companies start to develop, they become more interested in real innovation. So instead of having OEM factories only as a client, we also start to work with startups in China. When I just came here, everybody was basically doing the same what other people do as well. And now you see that people really come with their own ideas.
Canton Fair is a really good place to inspire each other,
Today, China is the engine that drives global growth, and its population no longer want cheap, mass-produced goods. Today's Chinese consumers want the best, and they're willing to pay for high-quality products. It's time for Chinese companies to up their game and meet their foreign competitors head-on. And that means a level playing field for all those who do business in China. An inspiring environment where innovation is not only encouraged, but ideas are safe. So will this next phase of reform and opening up create such an atmosphere? If the last 40 years are anything to go by, we can expect amazing things. See you next time.